Well, friends, it's 5 o'clock on Wednesday. This thing needs to be ready to go to the racetrack tomorrow afternoon. My Pinto race car is going racing. We're going to Mid-Ohio. Tomorrow is a twilight session of test and tune at Mid-Ohio, which is essentially like open track day, break-in, test your road car kind of thing. I am signed up for this to be in the race car class, which should be tons of fun. I'm sure I'm going to be way outgunned compared to what's going to normally be there, but it's not a competitive race. It's basically just to go shake down and test the car, hence test and tune. And especially for me, since I have never actually had this car on track, just a couple of quick little simple laps, I am truly going to be testing out the car to see exactly how it works out for me, how it fits for me, what's good, bad, ugly, what needs to be fixed, how much more money I need to spend to make this thing an enjoyable actual race car. For those of you who are new here, welcome aboard. Great to have you. As of just moments ago, I just broke 5,000 subscribers on the channel, so thank you guys all so very much for being subscribed to the channel and for paying attention and hopingly to watch me race this car around the track, as well as all my other projects. So thank you guys all so much for helping me get there. But today, I have stuff to do. I have things I need to accomplish to be able to go on the track tomorrow. Namely, safety. The tires that are on this are flat spotted as hell. When Kevin of Junkyard Digs and Nolan of Donut Media and Isaac of Cars and Camera and Treadwear had this car on track down in what was the track name? What's the track name? Barber Motorsports Park. Right there. At the 24-hour Lemons, there was some sliding that happened and they flat spotted some tires. It's also sat for about 6 or 8 months or so. So the tires are shot, they're shit, they need to be replaced. Fortunately, I have another set of wheels and tires that are over there, and I'm going to go ahead and get those balanced on the balancer and get those swapped onto this car so that I have a brand new set of tires to be able to go get on track with. I've also got a brand new net that I'm planning on getting installed because this old net is frayed and fried, and I'm not really in the mood to get in trouble for not having a safety net. Plus, I'd like to be safe. I've also got a new seat. This old guy here is coming out of the car, and I've got a brand new seat that's going to go in. I've also got new harnesses because I don't honestly know what the date is on this race quip set. But if I need it, I've got a set of harnesses that I picked up from Jegs as well. So today, I'm going to get this thing on the alignment rack. We're going to pull the wheels and tires off. We're going to get the wheels and tires balanced. We're going to get the new wheels on here. I'm going to check brakes, make sure that I don't need to do anything. I think I'm actually going to need to order some brakes and get that done probably tomorrow morning. And then this thing's got to go on the trailer. So step one, get this thing in the shop, fired up. Let's do some work. Welcome to Automotive Adventures with Austin. These handles I thought were really stupid until I actually saw how easy they are to use. That's interesting. Ooh. Smoke off the top of the battery, that's not great. Step one, fix that. We got nothing. Huh. We got nothing. No power, no nothing. The fuse is fine. Great. That'll work. Well, this is where this story gets a lot more annoying and frustrating and upsetting and a bit depressing. It is the next day. I spent all night last night till about 10:30 or so, trying to get this all handled. Unfortunately, I managed to kick my brand new camera into slow-mo for 5 hours of filming. And so basically none of that is useful. But I ended up rewiring the connection because, I don't know, for some reason the lead lug, whenever it was connected onto the battery, would not fire it up. And you could take the wire off and just put it directly on the positive terminal. We had juice, it would fire. You wire it back up through that lead piece, it wouldn't do anything. So I spent about an hour and a half figuring that out, getting that all done out here underneath the blazing sun and the mosquitoes. And I got that all fixed and got the car inside, got it on the alignment rack, and proceeded to tear apart the corner over here, passenger side, to figure out what my brakes were. Hopefully they were something I could get my hands on quickly, because unfortunately we hadn't done that. And it turns out they're not something I could get my hands on easily. As you can see, there is no caliper on this side. Caliper's actually hanging up there because I was trying to hustle and get myself a set of rotors for this thing. So I grabbed the rotor off this corner and hustled myself to the parts store. Unfortunately, because of the fact I spent an hour and a half fixing my electrical issue that didn't exist last time I drove the car, the store I wanted to go to, Napa, was closed. And so I went to an AutoZone, and we couldn't figure out what it was. We couldn't figure out what the rotor was, and they didn't really have much of anything in stock anyway. So I ended up going to Advanced Auto Parts and did some more homework there, and finally figured out what the rotors are that are on this car. At least I think I did. Unfortunately, Advanced Auto Parts also did not have those rotors. This car does have the Willwood 4-pot disc brake conversion there, you can see. And you can see this rotor is actually cracked. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? I don't know. Take my word for it. There's a crack right here. Right there. But you'll also notice this is a 5-lug conversion. And there's actually a spacer inside this wheel that's also a 5-lug. So it's 5-lug to 5-lug. Which means I needed to figure out what the 5-lug rotor was. Well, it's not a Pinto rotor. Rotors from Pintos are 4-lug. And they're also a smaller disc. It ended up being, after I did all of this and I figured all this out, that these are rotors off of a Granada or a Ford Maverick. Those are the proper rotors that are on this car. They're an 11-inch disc, correct bolt pattern, and 5 lugs. Unfortunately, it wasn't something I get my hands on easily. It wasn't something I get my hands on quickly. And definitely couldn't do it yesterday. So I ended up getting back over here to the shop and having to put this corner back together again in order to get it off the alignment rack to be able to not have a problem here at work when business started in the morning. And then the idea was going to be to hunt down a set of rotors this morning, hopefully get this thing on the on some sort of location, or jack it up out here in the yard, work on it, get it done, get it on the trailer, and get it up to Mid-Ohio so I can go enjoy my first track day in this car and do some actual shakedown. Even if I don't have the other stuff done, I at least have safe brakes, and that didn't happen. Oh, by the way, I'll show you. My main concern as far as that corner is because it actually exploded the inside of that rotor on the passenger side, as well as cracked the rotor on this side, and I wasn't willing to chance that. I'm not going to be somebody who goes out on track and risks my life or anybody else's life just because I maybe cut a corner or two on getting the car on track sooner than I should have. Unfortunately, because I didn't get the car done, I also lost out on my entry fee. So I essentially just evaporated $250 for my test and tune twilight session today that I was supposed to be at. And that's just going to be, we're just going to chalk that up to another loss. This is definitely not how I wanted to film this video. This is definitely not how I wanted today to go. I was really excited to get this car ready to go on track and to be able to go have some fun. And I will own the fact that it's not done. It sucks. We have a lot going on at the shop. It's tough to be able to get my own stuff on the shop and on a rack to be able to work on when we have customer stuff, because my work doesn't pay. You know, that's just how it is. So I've got to kind of scrape by and do what I can when I can, wherever I can. And through whatever the situation was, we didn't get the brakes inspected and figured out what they were, so I didn't have brakes, so I had to scramble to get that done. And it's now 5:15 in the evening on Thursday, and the brakes that I finally found and I ordered this morning are still not here. So there's no point in doing any of the other stuff until I have at least got a safe brake situation figured out on this car. So I'm just gonna chalk it up for an expensive lesson learned. I think something a lot of us, especially YouTubers, and I know a lot of you guys that aren't YouTubers also have this same problem, where our eyes are bigger than our stomach, where we buy a project and we get on working on a project, and we think we can get it done in time, and we can get this done and that done, and you know, time gets away from you, cost gets away from you, focus gets away from you, and it doesn't get done. A lot of times you have the, I would call it an advantage of a day or an event or a thing that you need to have it done for, whether it's you know, getting a classic car done for a wedding or a cruise in or a car show or power tour or a race or whatever it is, and you can utilize that day as a motivational thing. Unfortunately, you sometimes you just don't get it done, and this is another one where we didn't get it done. Whatever. This is not how I wanted this video to go. I really wanted to. I filmed 5 hours of working on this car, getting a bunch of stuff done and driving all over the place trying to get this all figured out, and I really wanted to be on track today. It's 93, 94 degrees, so it would have been hot as Hades on track, but I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to do this. And I've let myself down. I let you guys all down, and I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted this to go. There is another track day in, I think, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, at Mid-Ohio, same situation. But it's going to cost me another $225, $250, whatever it is, to be able to sign up for that. And I don't know whether or not I can have the car ready by then. I don't know. I don't know whether or not I'm going to have the parts. I don't know whether I'm going to have the time, because I can't just utilize a lift and leave one of my own cars torn apart in there. That's not how this works. So it's just kind of a luck of the draw. If I happen to have an evening where there's something that's not torn apart on a rack and I can pull my car in and work on it, I can do it. Otherwise, I'm stuck out here working in the mosquitoes in the yard like the rest of you yahoos. So, which is not really what I want to do. So I don't know. I don't know where I go from here. I don't know what the process is. I don't know what my next step is, to be honest with you. If I sound depressed and a little upset, I am. This is something I really wanted to do, and I really was within reach, but we just didn't get it done. We should have got the wheels off when we had it inside, and figured out what the brakes were to be able to get the rotors ordered, because they're not something you could just get anywhere else. Should have got that done. I've got a brand new set of Wellwood pads for it. The brakes should show up at some point in time. I don't know. Then I've got the seat and the harness and the new netting and all that stuff that I need to get done. There's a bunch of things that need to get done, but there's nothing that gets done until I can at least drive the damn thing, and now I can't even drive the thing. So I don't know. There's a lot of lessons learned here. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, we've been on the, or at least I've been on the losing end of a lot of things lately, or damn close to it. And, you know, procrastination is a bitch. There's no other way to say that. And when you've got a situation where, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Stop making excuses. It just didn't get done. And I'm sorry. I wish I could have gotten this thing done. I wish you guys could be able to watch me go and blasting around mid-Ohio. I wish I had been able to get done what I needed to get done, but I couldn't, and I didn't, and that's where we are. So that will continue on to another video whenever my parts show up. Hopefully tomorrow I can at least get my brakes here. I don't know. Maybe I can get some work on this thing done this weekend, maybe on Sunday if there's a lift available over the weekend. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. So I apologize that I couldn't get anything done. I apologize that all the footage that I shot last night is essentially worthless. And you have to watch me talk at you for a couple of minutes here to explain what's going on. I'm not giving up on this project. I still really want to make this happen. I still really want to enjoy this car. Just not quite yet. Not yet. So, welcome to a rather depressing and upsetting and non-exciting, anticlimactic episode of Automotive Adventures with Austin. Automotive Adventures with Austin. It's a little hard to say. But it's real. That's what I want to do. I want to show you guys the honesty. And honestly, this is how things go sometimes. Sometimes you just don't get it done and you miss out on all the fun. So this will continue to be an ongoing thing. Hopefully I can get it done soon. My Pontiac, we have figured out what's wrong with it. That'll be on a video on the main Lucore Auto channel tomorrow, Friday. Hopefully that thing can be back up and running possibly tomorrow. And then that is Katrina's 1973 Dodge Charger that has been sitting back here in the backyard for a number of years. And it's going to be getting done, I think, here very shortly because I'm tired of looking at it, sitting back here in the weeds. And after letting her drive that car over the weekend to a friend's birthday party, she immediately brought up, hey, when is my car going to be done so I can drive my car again? So I think I probably need to work on that. Maybe ahead of any of my own stuff. Happy wife, happy life, right? Anyways, guys, thank you also for the support. I really do appreciate it. Cracked 5,000 subscribers yesterday morning. Which is awesome, so thank you guys all so much for that. I do truly appreciate you. I am a very positive, upbeat, energetic kind of person 99% of the time, and this is not what you're going to usually see on this channel. Unfortunately, the wind's kind of been cut out of my sails the last couple of days, and I'll come back and we'll get back after it. We'll get the positive mojo flowing again, and we'll have some fun again, I promise. So, thanks for being here, guys. I truly do appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. If I don't talk to you this weekend or before the weekend, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.